Okay, I've always had an interest in education, and I think I can trace it back to my great-grandfather, who was a teacher in Jamaica. I've always had an interest in impacting people's lives, and through my book and my work, that's enabled me to do what I've always wanted to do. But nothing beats actually going out and going into schools and trying to affect change at a very early stage in people's lives.
And what kind of a change, can I ask, would you like to see happen in the young people that you speak to?
I'd like to see young people increase their interest and self-respect through an exploration of history and their family history. I believe that history is a tool for confidence building, and I don't know of any prosperous nation, people, community, individual who doesn't take some pride in their culture. That's a change that I'm hoping to sort of affect in young people, that they look at their culture and history through more appreciative eyes.
Is there a sense for you that young people don't currently have enough pride in their history?
I think what's become obvious through my work is that, and if we're talking about African Caribbean youths, certainly don't have an awareness of the contribution that their ancestors have made to making Britain what it is today. So often history is presented to them as, or their role in history has been one of struggle, exploitation, victimization. We don't often hear about the hero, if you like, that comes on the horizon to rescue the day. So in Britain we talk about the world wars and we talk about Churchill, who comes to save the day. When I often hear about the history of slavery, we hear of all the things I've just mentioned, but we don't hear about the contribution of leaders to bringing slavery to an end in the British colonies. We often hear about American history, and you can ask any young person, oh, have you heard of Martin Luther King and all that? But in terms of their contribution to British history, there's not a lot of information out there, and therefore young people don't know an awful lot other than Africans who were taken from West Africa were enslaved, and that's pretty much where the story begins and ends. So so for me it's an opportunity to, let's say, do a little bit of writing or rewriting of history.
Is that in your sense because currently the curriculum is failing to provide a holistic narrative of history?
It's easy to take pot shots at the education system, and being the kind of person I am, I like to keep things positive and optimistic, and therefore I have to recognise that the education system can only teach so much.